Greetings all, this is Butt Sandwich, and I'm here to make a video response to the Scorpion show and whether or not having sex with a 16-year-old is consensual or not. Well, first off, let's say I cannot take Mikhail, honey. She wears me out. O-U-T. I cannot stand the faggots that think they know every motherfucking thing in the whole goddamn world. And I said got. Oh, I can't take it. It just really truly he wears my nerves out. And then he's real loud and flamboyant with. You can speak your opinion on something, but you don't have to really queen out all the time. Sometimes you just need to talk like a regular person instead of queening out all the time trying to prove your point. If I was Kevin, which I like Kevin, he seems like he got some sense about him. He seems like he got some ethics and some morals, and he seems like he thinks. He thinks things through before he does things. So let's get back to the topic and and no longer talk about why I can't stand Michaela. Anyway, I'll get back on her in a minute. Anyway, what I wanted to say, I agree with Kevin. What we have to understand in this world that we living in now in 2010 is that the rules and the boundaries have changed. And although it's wrong, in my eyes, I would think it would be wrong to be sleeping with a 16-year-old. If they're consensual, then they can do it. I mean, who are we to say that 40-year-old man can't be fucking that 16-year-old girl? But I know he wouldn't be fucking my 16-year-old girl. I'm just saying, the bitch won't be walking out the house, leaving up out my house with no 30-year-old man at my house now, at mine. Now, I don't know about what you other motherfuckers be doing, but the bitch won't be walking up out of my crib, 16, with no 35-year-old man with a toupee. It ain't going down like that. Now, let's get to these boys. I'm gonna pull out my Mavericks on your ass because I'm getting ready to serve y'all about these boys. Now, these here boys, true enough, they are 16, and he was messing with them at that time. Cause this is a civil case and not a criminal case, so the whole thing was, what it was. Anyway, these little boys, I like to call them some young motherfucking hustlers. Because in this day and time, in 2010, you cannot trick or coerce a 60-year-old black boy, a black boy, let me say that again, a black boy, into sucking no dick and taking it in the ass. You can't talk them into no shit like that. At 16, it's for leave. That don't even sound right to me. Them motherfuckers knew what they was doing. They was like, shit. Cause I'm telling you how the hoes think. These is kind of like hoe traits what these young men was doing. They hoe traits. You gotta recognize your inner hoe. And the inner hoe says, shit. This motherfucker giving me calls that he got me on the motherfucking payroll. He let me drive a Bentley and shit. Every time I ask this motherfucker for something, he just be giving me some iron and some cash and shit. And all I got to do is grab his dick a couple times and maybe even wet it up or something or lay up in the bed with it or something. But ain't nobody gonna know. Ain't nobody gonna know. That's between me and God. That's, what the world is about at this present point in time, I think. Unless you're protecting your kids and you have an open line of communication. You have got to be able to talk to your people, your kids, and everything, and let them be open enough to say what's going on in their life instead of always trying to hide everything because they feel like you're gonna judge them. So that's why people hide things and why kids do those things. Because I really don't feel like he forced them kids. And how do I keep calling them kids? But those are young adults. And like Kevin said, at 16, if they go take your mama's credit card and go up here to Dot or AJ Wright and use your credit card and got enough sense to do that, they got enough sense to know if they want to suck some dick or what they want to do, male or female, gay, bi, straight, whatever the case may be. Now, I think that what's gonna happen is, oh, my phone is ringing, but I'm not gonna answer because y'all have my attention for right now. Anyway, I think that this was done to expose Eddie. This was done to show people that he is bisexual or trisexual or whatever sexual you want to call it. But let's take a quick spin on this real quick because I know everybody's like, ooh, Eddie Long, he don't like the gays. He was protesting against the gays and all that shit. All right, well, let me piece this out. Let's do a quick little twist to the game. And let's say Eddie said, all right, y'all, I did that shit. I was messing with them boys. They was that age. And I did it to them. I did it. I did it. I did it. And I realize now that there's nothing wrong with being gay and that it's okay. And what I want to do now is open up a gay church and invite all the gay people in and start having worship. Let me tell y'all motherfuckers something. If Eddie came off at that like that there, trust and believe. Y'all will pull a motherfucking R. Kelly in a minute. Y'all be like, well, it ain't that bad because the gays always want to go to a church anyway. He already got like 25,000. And just imagine if he said the gays could come. Boy, there's about 50,000 of them motherfuckers. Boy, they'd all be up in the church talking about, Pastor Long, Pastor Long. I love me some Pastor Long because he loved the Lord and he gay, man, and he teaching us and stuff. But this could really be, if he were to go that route, he could really rake in a whole lot more money and be fucking all everybody up in the church. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. You gonna do the shit right. Cause the gays are always looking for a pastor. They've been looking for a pastor for a long time. And if he were to come out like that and come at y'all like that, I'm telling y'all, his church would be 3 times as big, and all the queens, they be all up in that bitch with them big old hats on and shit and fur coats and all the colors of the Skittles box. It would be a messy mess, but not a messy mess in that, I don't like watch seeing all that stuff. I just know it would be wild and it would be interesting to see children. Okay, I think they said I got 9 minutes. I'm down to 8 minutes and 35 seconds. So anyway, I'm not going to continue. I'm gonna start leaving posts everywhere, just responding because I'm real boring and I don't have nothing else to do. So thanks for tuning in to the Butt Sandwich Show. Next time, if you don't like anything that I said, in the words of Cadillac Kimberly, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass.